What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. If you missed my review that I did on part 1 of the Carlos King interview with Mariah from Married to Medicine, please click the very first link in the description below to watch my review. Well, you already know Buffy was going to have a few things to say, okay? So let's get into what Buffy had to say about the interview. I will be jumping in and out based on certain points that she makes. Let's get into it.
Y'all been blowing up my damn phone and my DMs. Yes, I knew about this interview. Mariah and I are friends. We had lunch, 2 weeks ago. She told me this was coming. Yes, I didn't realize it was out today, but yes, I've had a chance to see it, and I'm very proud of my girl. Let's get into it. So I was happy to see that Carlos came to Sleek Studios. I visited Sleek. It's fantastic. Y'all got to see it. 6,700 square feet of high-tech, high-quality, professional production and content creation studios at your disposal in McDonough, Georgia. And I'm here for it. And a black woman owns it, honey. Yes. Baby, I love some black excellence and some generational wealth with some good old commercial property. That is just delicious to me. I love it. I just don't understand why it's so difficult for some people to give somebody their flowers. I don't understand why it's such a problem to say, yo, this lady created this show. She spent her own coins. She spent several years pitching this to networks, then got a bidding war, and then decided on Bravo. And then, and before that, casted us who were unknowns in television. Yes, you may have been known in the medical community, great, but didn't nobody know you nationally or internationally like you're known now because of her show. I don't understand why you can't give somebody respect for that. And even if the person, even if Mariah was going around saying it's Mariah to Medicine, it is Mariah to Medicine. It's her fucking show. Who cares? That shit wouldn't have, long as my wire was going to my goddamn account, I wouldn't give a.
Okay, so Mariah explained the reason why she was saying Mariah to Medicine was to let people know I created this. This is my ish. She felt like had she not defended herself and also allowed the audience in to know that she was the creator, Bravo was going to present her as another doctor's wife when she's more than that. And whenever she was to Mariah to Medicine, it had nothing to do with the ladies. However, the ladies wanted a problem with her, and also production contributed, so they made it a problem and participated in the reason why she's no longer there. Okay? Now, from Buffy's standpoint, what Buffy is saying is, as black women, you have a black creator. All of you have arguments and ups and downs, okay? Why did you take it so far to the point where you contributed to the reason why she was kicked off her show and pushed out, and the reason why she's no longer there? So looking at it from that standpoint, I agree with Buffy, but I do not agree with even if she was saying this, meaning even if she was saying this is Mariah to Medicine in a condescending way, cash your check and move on, because then that's saying they can then be disrespectful to Letitia, which they are. They can son her, call her baby girl, little girl, and behave like she's not on their level. And Letitia should just sit there, accept it, and, cash her check and going about her business. Bravo can be disrespectful and say yes, master, and cash a check. If looking at it from that standpoint, I absolutely do not agree with that, because if that's the case, then Buffy should have sat there, allowed Jackie to say whatever, and cash her check, okay? So I don't think she's talking about it from that standpoint, and she's talking about it from what I just said. But on the flip side of that, you do not sit back and allow anyone to walk all over you, talk to you anyway, and accept it and cash your check. From the standpoint of, this is a black woman who created something beautiful for all of you. How dare you contribute to her demise? Not saying Mariah is a saint and that she did not contribute to her own demise, but the black women did sit around and allow production to use them as a vessel to cast her off, kick her off her own show. And she talked all about that. And like I said, if you missed my review, I have linked it in the description below. But I'm sure Buffy means well, and that's the reason why I explain both sides.
I wouldn't. And I would not let their production company come in and get in my ear and pit me. It's the same shit that happened, the Willie Lynch shit, pit the light against the dark, say you need to be the breakout star, not her. Like, why would Mariah need to be jealous of anybody? It's her goddamn show. Whether she owned it or not, she's still getting her check. None of that ever made goddamn sense. But the reality is, the show has suffered since she's not been on it. It has. No one can say that Mariah Huck is not a star, and that she is married to, it is Mariah to medicine to Mariah. Shit. Period. I love that people get to see her real heart, and that she is a grown woman, and that she's like, yes, Quad is a star. She said all the ladies are a star in their own right. Like, people always to me, you can't stand Heavenly. No, I can't. And I would not be friends with somebody like the Heavenly that was presented to me after the trip in Cabo in real life. But before that, I liked her. I thought she was funny and witty and smart and messy. But I was like, she's smart and industrious, and we had some similarities. We both have been licensed mortgage brokers, and I thought, yeah, great. No. Not when she showed me she was goddamn evil. No. People wouldn't be hanging out with folk like that. And Mariah said in the interview that she hates that the show has gotten like that, where it's like so divisive, so backstabby. So you can't, everybody's got an ego. Now they got pay hierarchies. When she was on the show, there was equal pay for everybody. So there would never be a problem of fighting over storylines or who's getting more time to do that stuff. And that just shows you, that pitting people against one another shit that they did in slavery, and them damn people, that production company, trying to still use them same goddamn methods to get what they want out of these black women on this show.
Another point that I disagree with, okay? Now, I know, I get it. Mariah meant well. Buffy means well. But under no circumstances am I going to join a show, and I'm doing majority of the work, and then a doctor over here who's telling me in production and everybody, my marriage is off limits. It's not for sale. I get to be in everybody else's mess, but I don't get to show my real life, especially when the show is called Married to Medicine. I get to protect and keep certain things off camera, but then I'm over here showing you my family, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything. I'm working twice as hard, and you want me to make the same amount as the person who's barely getting by, and the only reason why she's in episodes is because she's reaching and desperately trying to create her own storylines on the backs of other people's storylines? Absolutely not. I do not agree with that. I understand the reference that she made to slavery and all of that. I respect it. I understand, okay, well, if this person is making more, then it becomes a problem. But that's reality. People make more at their jobs. There's no way I'm going to be okay, like I said, with making the same amount as another person on the show that's not doing equally as much as I'm doing. So I disagree with that part as well. However, I do respect the reference that she made, and also I understand and see where she's coming from. Oh, and I also respect the person who said that my marriage is not for sale, even though she's evil and she's all of that heavenly. That's the reason why she's probably the only person. Toya too, but since Toya been on that show, yeah, she's had her back and forth and ups and downs in her marriage, but it's never gotten to the point where Dr. Jackie or Dr. Simone marriage got where they almost, ended their marriage. And as we all know, Quad and her ex-husband. So that is working for Heavenly, okay? And so other people need to take notes. So I'm not upset that someone is saying, the line stops here. I'm drawing a line. More people should be able to do that and put that in their contract, and maybe more marriages will be protected and safe on these reality TV shows, because majority of the time, it doesn't matter how long, okay, you all have been together or the amazing foundation, being on the show, the stress and all of that, I have seen those foundations cracking. Simone, like the Jackie, all of them been married for a long time, and there were cracks there, and it almost crumbled. So I'm not saying Heavenly is wrong. I'm just saying there's no way you're going to come over here and do 50%, and I'm giving 100%. Oh, yeah, but pay us the same, because them pit us against each other. Ciao, bye.
I like that they talked about this new divisive mob mentality kind of genre of reality TV and ensemble cast right now with Potomac and with, hell, all of them, Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City. They're all doing it. And, it's not an enjoyable experience for the viewer to see broads that literally hate each other in real life. One of the reasons Married to Medicine was such a good show for me as a viewer, and why I enjoyed it in the beginning, was because you could tell authentically that these people knew each other for years. They were a part of this affluent Black medical community, and whether they fought or argued or disagreed or not, they really knew each other and had a history and could kiki and cut a bitch. Yeah. Then go back to kiki. I love that what she said about Simone, and she called her old fence ride Simone, because Simone is a fence rider and a flip flopper. She is. That's one of the things Heavenly ain't never lied about. That part ain't a lie. She is a flip flopper. She was not a good friend to me, and she damn sure wasn't a good friend to Mariah. If y'all heard the half or the third of the shit, but she said that somebody came to her and said that production wanted her to put they wanted this person to put the nail in the coffin for Mariah and her being on the show, and that person told her she just didn't know what she was gonna do about it. Nah, old girl, hell nah, we ain't doing that. We gonna rally together and say we'll all leave if they try to get you off this show, considering nobody would even damn know who the hell I am if not for this show and your sacrifice. Nah, that didn't happen. It was like, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, we know what she ended up doing, because Mariah is no longer the ice off the goddamn show, and that person was one Simone Whitfield. Yeah, real effed up. They killed me, all of them. Black empowerment, all this bullshit. Right. When you got a Black empowerment situation, Black woman empowerment situation right in front of you, whatever the egos, what I'm not gonna do is let them take this goddamn show away from a sister. Ain't gonna do it.
And there it is. And that's the reason why I mentioned both perspectives. I said, if Buffy is coming from the standpoint of, I'm not going to participate in you all taking this Black woman show from her, then absolutely not. We all argue, we all go through it, and she's not doing anything different than every single person on this cast. So let us continue to argue and work through it as women, but I'm not participating in her demise and kicking her off something that she's the reason why we are all here. So on that level, I rock with what Buffy is saying. I was just saying, if the other level was, yeah, sure, because you're the Black woman, this is your show, disrespect me and do whatever, as long as you're cutting my check, and I'm just going to let it ride. I was saying that in that aspect, absolutely not. Don't ever do that. But that's not what, Buffy meant. Like I keep saying, Buffy means well. I'm just giving my commentary and sharing both sides.
Ain't gonna do it. Long as she got my check right, we straight. I can deal with all the other workplace politics and drama. Long as my check's straight, we good. And we all know their checks were straight, because they would still be doing this for 10 damn years. So anyway, it was a great interview. Yes, I saw they're going to get into Jackie being the real villain of the show. I've been told y'all that. Mariah told y'all that for years, well before I was even thought of. So, I look forward to part 2.
I know she was going to say something about the Jackie part, but she was very, quick with it. It was light. It was light. Let's allow Mariah part 2 to come and hear what she had to say. and then she would probably give a longer commentary, but she kept it cute this time. But Buffy said it's up and stuck, okay, as it relates to Dr. Jackie. Whenever she's ready to release it, kudos to her. You all know what happened on Married to Medicine. I don't have to repeat it. But on that note, I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.